Hello and welcome to week 12 of building an RPG in Godot. This week, my RPG comes to life with one of the core mechanics of an RPG, quests and flags. Let's just start out by showing off what I mean. Here we have more Godot dudes that are all different types. And first of all, let's talk to the original one. Now we have dialogue that we can page through. There's multiple pages of dialogue now. It's pretty awesome. But also now we have a whole bunch of these, we can call them NPCs. They're slightly different color just so I can tell them apart. But we'll just start by talking to this one. This is Old Garrett, and he says, oh dear, I've lost my family's medallion somewhere in this building. It's been in our family for generations. Please, if you find it, bring it to me. Well, that's interesting. Wonder what this guy has to say. Nice weather today, huh? Not much going on around here. This guy, rumor monger. Hey, have you heard? They say old Garrett lost his family medallion somewhere in this building. I bet it rolled behind one of those old barrels. Let's talk to this guy, see if what he said has changed. Oh, so you've heard the rumors too? Between you and me, I saw something shiny near that old barrel in the corner. Might be worth checking out. Well, this looks brown, vaguely. This could be a barrel. You rummage behind the old barrel. You found an old medallion. And now that I have the medallion, my medallion, you found it. Thanks so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. Please take this reward. Well, now I have 3 more potions. So I just finished a chain of quests with flags and items in your inventory. Let's start with the first change. The old dialogue I was using was a temporary stub in. It simply wasn't useful. It just dumped all the text at once, and it auto-closed after 5 seconds because I didn't want to figure out how to take the interaction button in there and make it advanced. But now that we're trying to add quests, this is totally crucial. We need to be able to have a legit dialogue system. So now each string that is passed in is a whole page of dialogue. And now you have to press a button to advance. And there's a little indicator in the bottom right to show you that you can advance. Input is consumed so that all the background interactions like fight aren't triggered because it's the same button in this case. And that little arrow is important because it tells the player that they can interact. Now with that dialogue stuff fixed up, we go onto the quest system. It's kind of a tiny system, but it opens up a huge door to what we can do and build in the game. So first I started by throwing in a quest manager. This is an auto load like the other managers. And then all the flags are going to live here. And the reason it's in an auto load is so that anything, anywhere can go get access to the state of flags. The flags let NPCs react to things that you've done as the player and the state of the game as it is. The classic way that all of our favorite JRPGs handle this thing. The whole thing is super simple on purpose. We set a chat flag, we check the flag, and then we change based on the flag. Yeah, so when building out that medallion quest, I can just walk through the chain. So here's a key point. When I talk to this NPC here, he doesn't say anything about the medallion or anything like that. And now when I talk to this guy, it sets a flag that the NPC has, that I've talked to that NPC essentially. That this guy is relying on that flag to decide which set of dialogue to say. And also there's another flag up here for if I have received the medallion or not. That way it only gives you the medallion once. It doesn't give you every single time that you talk to him. And then this NPC here is looking at whether we have the medallion or not to give us a reward. It's a small quest and it really shows off like all of the optionality you have on how you could build a quest. So it tests out and makes sure this whole system works. One interesting thing I think is that you can grab the medallion before talking to anybody, and because the only flag it's listening to is whether you have the medallion or not, you get the reward even though you haven't talked to them. And I think that makes sense, because if you found someone's belonging even without knowing it and brought it to them, they would still be happy and willing to reward you. Also, I didn't really explain it, but this medallion is indeed a real item in your inventory that we can see here. And even if we jump into a fight here, we have the old medallion. So at some point I need to fix it so that there's a difference between usable and sort of key items. But I used the old medallion and healed 0 HP, and now it's gone. Uh-oh. And see, that flag that I set that I've received the medallion is still here, so I don't get another medallion. And since it's not in my inventory, it's still talking about the lost medallion. So the quest flag system is working perfectly, but as a player, I got rid of that item, and now I'm just out of luck on this quest. Those 3 potions will be forever out of my reach. This quest system and the dialogue fix brings us one step closer to a full working vertical slice. And that's the main goal of this. I want to finish all of the mechanics to make an RPG that feels like it's a real RPG. It's just missing content. And the content is the bigger part of building out a game. I'll probably decide on what to do next, whether I want to keep building on top of this and build content out for it, or if I want to take a break from this format and build a different kind of game and get it to a similar spot. Up next, we probably need to be able to save and load. So now we can keep those quest flags that we've had here and keep our item inventory list and our level and all of that good stuff. We want to be able to save that. We probably need a title screen and maybe some audio and some little polish here and there on the decisions I made to go quickly. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the direction of this and how close we're kind of getting to finishing this. And that's about it for the content for this week. It was a somewhat small week, but a big leap forward in having the event system built. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you want to see me finish this game, please subscribe. If you like the content, please like it. And if you hated it, leave a comment and tell me why. Also, if you just have some feedback on the videos or feedback on the game itself, let me know. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you next week.